I have been on a bit of a flight tonight. I started out with Federcairn Fior, 42% alcohol by volume. Next, I went to Glencadam 14. That was at 46% alcohol by volume, excuse me. Then I had gotta cleanse my palate and stay hydrated. I had a Bothy from Aaron, 55.2% alcohol by volume. Now that dries out the mouth a little bit, but to be sure that everything is dried out completely, I've got these oat cakes from the Orkney Islands, which I purchased at the local Walmart. These were introduced to me by Roy from Aquavite, and I wish that I could maybe get him a box of saltines so that he knows what they are. Maybe should I go to Scotland, I will take a box of saltines with me, just so that he can try them. The whiskey, I'm gonna, I don't know. The whiskey I'm gonna try next is one that I purchased on my last trip to Washington State. I went to Seattle on my way to Ocean Shores for an Irish music festival, and went to a store called Total Wine on North Gateway in Seattle, Washington. And what I picked up was this. This is a George T. Stagg Jr. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I guess on this side it says that on the label and so on. Yeah. Got a bunch of writing on the side. It's got the horns on the bottle. It's got a bunch of writing on it. So what I'm going to do first is pour me a dram of this baby. Incidentally, in Seattle, the price tag of this back on 24th of October was $58.99. There is a liquor tax of $2.83, or is that 63? I need a new prescription for my glasses. I have trouble reading. $2.83. Subtotal of $61.82. Then there's another tax of $12.09. I don't know what that's about. The total was $73.91. Now I gave $74 in cash and got 9 cents back. We don't have pennies in Canada anymore, so this is weird to have pennies in my pocket again. So anyway, 74 bucks. US. Those are US dollars. These are not Canadian. So if you do the conversion, that's about $100 Canadian, approximately. I don't know. I don't know where exactly the Canadian dollar was at that point in time when I bought this bottle. But I will attempt to open this. Oh yeah. This is Buffalo Trace Ultra Premium Barrel Proof, basically. Okay. After I pour this, I'll give you the particulars and details on what, if there's any, about what batch this was and so on and so on. Ooh. Okay. It says on here, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 64.75% alcohol by volume. That's 129.5 proof. Barrel proof, unfiltered. There's a bunch of little numbers on there. I can't see what they say, but I'll read what the label says on the back. Stagg, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Frankfort, Kentucky. Okay. George T. Stagg was born in Kentucky on December 19th, 1835. Stagg built the most dominant American distillery of the 19th century on the banks of the Kentucky River during a time known as the Gilded Age of Bourbon. The distillery survived floods, fires, droughts, and even Prohibition when it made whiskey for medicinal purposes. Today, Buffalo Trace Distillery strives to carry on the tradition of its famous forefather. Uncut and unfiltered, this robust bourbon whiskey ages for nearly a decade and boasts the bold character that is reminiscent of the man himself. Okay. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Like I said, November 24th. So, October 24th. So, November, December, January, February, March, April. It is now April the 22nd. So, let's say 6 months. 6 months since I purchased this. Okay. I've had oat cake, I've had water, I've cleansed my palate. I'm a little bit inebriated, but I'm not drunk. Ooh. Oh. Such a bourbon nose I have never experienced. There's the alcohol. There's the caramel. There is vanilla. There is cherry. It's a very clean nose. There is no... Okay, there's some brown sugar in there. There's also a lot of alcohol. If I wasn't a little bit congested in the throat, I would not have coughed. But because I am, I do. Hopefully this will clean something out. This is a beautiful bourbon nose. Beautiful. Everything you could want. As well as the cherry and the caramel And the vanilla, I'm getting a little bit of mint from the rye. And just a little bit of dill. Now this is opening up as it goes. This is opening up beautifully with time. Oh, more of the rye notes now. More of the dill and mint. Oh, there's definitely mint. Now that the caramel and vanilla have moved to the side, I'm getting more mint. Oh, very nice, very nice. Mint and dill. They're like this, the mint and dill. They're like this. They're like crossed fingers, if that makes any sense. Oh, now I'm getting something else too. What kind of legs have we got? Some viscosity. Oh, I'm a bit enthusiastic. I just spilled some on my shirt. Wow. This is a rich, beautiful, beautiful bourbon nose. Okay. I'm going to take a little sip and taste it, and then I'm going to try adding water and see what that does to the nose. I'm getting more things now. There are more things going on. What is that? A cereal note. Could that be coming from the grain? From the corn? Bit of sweetness. Could be. Sweetness from the corn and the mash. One small sip. Coats the tongue. Just getting a lot of alcohol. Some cherry. Some caramel. Dry, astringent. Another little sip, but maybe a smaller one this time. With the smaller sip, there's a lot of caramel, toffee, vanilla. I'm also getting, it's very mouth-watering, vanilla. A lot of vanilla on the aftertaste. More so than I've ever experienced in a bourbon before. This stuff is quite heavenly. This is beautiful. Let's see now. Another small sip, if I can get something else. And then I'm going to try maybe adding some water. Cherry vanilla, caramel. Wow. And that's without adding water. Now let's bring it down. Bring the proof down a little bit and see what happens. Oh. That's quite a fair bit. Definitely got that Kentucky hug going. Burns down the esophagus. Not too bad though. You know, considering that it's 64 point something percent, it doesn't feel like it's that high. Ah. The water is bringing out more sweet and fruity notes. Ah. Not cherries so much. Just fruity, generic fruity. No, okay, some cherry. Woody notes. Definitely oaky notes. Caramel. Yeah, caramel. Also getting some of those rye notes. Some of that minty spearmint. I'm digging a little bit deeper. There's a bit of dill. But very minty. On the palate now with water added. Very minty. And a fair amount of caramel hiding underneath the mint. Vanilla notes towards the end in the aftertaste. Still the minty notes from the rye component. They linger on the sides of the mouth. minty, minty, minty. They just linger on the sides of my mouth, on the very sides of the tongue. Something a bit salty too, but mostly minty, minty, dry, dry and minty, and touch of vanilla. This is the best bourbon I've ever had. Based on this. Now I'm getting more vanilla on the nose. Oh. More vanilla on the nose. It changes as it goes. It doesn't stay the same. That is a true mark of quality in a whiskey, if it evolves as the air interacts with it and as the water is getting in there and mixing in. If the flavors change as it goes along, that is quality. Excuse me, please. Yeah. More mint. More dill. Now mostly dill. What happened to the cherry? I'm not getting any of that anymore. It's just dill. Try again. Oh. It's still a little bit hot. I'm going to add another spoon of water. But I'm getting a lot of dill and mint. A lot of dill and mint. Cracker time, I know. I'm getting oatcakes, dill, mint, vanilla, caramel. What a combination. Let's see what happens now. I added another spoon of water. Maybe that tames it down a little bit, so that when I inhale, I don't feel like coughing. Let's try it. Oh, that is a beautiful bourbon nose. I got it down to something stronger than your basic Eagle Rare. It's not as sweet as Eagle Rare, though. Mint and dill are dominant, even at this point. And then after the mint and dill have moved aside, that's when I get some cherry. And vanilla. Yeah, vanilla. And the aftertaste lingers. There's still some dill and a lot of mint. And it just lingers and lingers and lingers, and it just stays there. Even when I eat an oat cake, and then it's still there. Long finish, long finish. This is quite the experience. I highly recommend it. And I will drink to your very good health. Cheers.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.